guys, Mark, aka the Nerdy Punk, back again today for a new video. This evening's video is going to be an incredibly long overdue Record Store Day haul. It has been now almost a month since Record Store Day, which I went on Record Store Day in the morning. It was the first time I lined up before the record store opened. In the past, I really just gone for Record Store Day for the sales and gotten some really good deals on used vinyl. This time, I actually took advantage of the Record Store Day exclusives, and these are the second Record Store Day exclusives in my collection. The only thing else that's an exclusive in my collection is one of the Ramones exclusives from the past year, I think. And I did not get that one on Record Store Day. Anyways, there was one piece here that I absolutely had to add to my collection. It's the entire reason why I went out that morning. It was a great list overall this year. Some really good stuff by really good bands. Ramones had a release. Of course, they always have a release. I believe, My Chemical Romance, which I was bummed that I didn't pick that one up. They had a really good release this year. And yeah, the ones that I picked up were pretty awesome as well. So without further ado, let's get into that. So this was the whole reason why I went out. Green Day live at Woodstock, 1994. So Green Day, if you don't know, is my favorite band of all time. They're the band that got me into music. The reason why that music is such a big part of my life is because of Green Day. Green Day was that first band that I really fell in love with. And so this is an absolute classic show where they played on I believe that was the 25th anniversary of Woodstock. And this was the infamous show where they had the mud fight with the crowd. And so the cover artwork and the artwork of the album is reminiscent of that mud fight. Mike Dirnt, the bassist for Green Day, actually lost a tooth in the mud fight. I think he lost at least one tooth, maybe two. I believe he had to have dental surgery after this. So some crazy stuff went down in this show. It says here, never trust a hippie. This was, of course, in the Dookie era, 1994. So they took, what they did, I really like the cover art for this. They took the Dookie cover art, threw on some duct tape, and put on Green Day live at Woodstock 1994. They put in Never Trust a Hippie. They have the fake mud splatter on this cover art. Really cool. And they did the same thing with the back artwork. So again, it's the same back artwork as Dookie, but they've thrown in the duct tape with the track listing for the songs from the live album. So you've got some of your classic Dookie hits, Welcome to Paradise, Longview, Basket Case, When I Come Around. You also have some deeper tracks from Dookie, which are fantastic. Chump, which is one of the best songs on Dookie. Also Burnout, which is a live staple for the Green Day shows now, but is not actually a single from Dookie. FOD, FOD. And then you have a couple of songs from Green Day's earlier career before Dookie. One of My Lies, which is off of Kerplunk. And Paper Lanterns is song number 4. This is the song where the mud fight breaks out. So Paper Lanterns is one of my favorite Green Day songs of all time. It is off of their first album, I believe, 39 Smooth. I'm not sure where that album ends and the collection of EPs begins. So it's either off of their first album or it's off of their first EP, 1,000 Hours. But anyway, it's one of their earliest songs. It's one of my favorite songs by Green Day. Definitely recommend that you check that out. Check out their early stuff. It's really, really catchy and good. But that's where the mud fight breaks out, and then the song 5 on the side 2, the last song on the record, is called Shit Show, which is basically, I've listened to this album. It's basically just everything goes crazy. You can hear the mud fights. You can hear Billy Joe and everybody interacting with the crowd. I believe they played a couple very short covers. They played We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister, which was hilarious. Overall, just a fun experience. This is just gonna come on in black vinyl, but it's gonna be the custom labels from Green Day. Again, it's brown, emulating the mud. And they make a lot of jokes because Dookie is a synonym for you know, number 2 shit. And they make a lot of jokes about that and the mud looking similar during the album. And you think of this, these guys were like 22, 23 years old. Of course, they're immature. Cracking jokes like that. Alright. Next album I picked up, this was not a Record Store Day exclusive for 2019. This was actually a Record Store Day Black Friday exclusive in 2018. This is the Dead Kennedys, the Iguana Studio rehearsal tapes from San Francisco in 1978. This has a lot of classic Dead Kennedys songs on it. Kill the Poor, Holiday in Cambodia, California Uber Allies. Yeah, lots of really good Dead Kennedys stuff on here. I believe this is like original rehearsal tapes. Yeah. So anyway, I'm kind of a moderate Dead Kennedys fan. I'm not super into them, but I definitely like their stuff. Obviously a classic punk band. They've got black vinyl with the custom labels here. So yeah, that was a Record Store Day Black Friday deal, like I said earlier. Definitely worth the pickup. I got 15% off on that, so it was a good one. Classic punk band. Sorry, my other title here fell on the floor. So this is the last thing that I picked up as an exclusive for Record Store Day 2019. Definitely thrilled that I picked this up, especially since I found out how limited it was after Record Store Day happened. So anyway, without further ado, this is Motorhead. And this is a 7-inch single with their cover of Rockaway Beach by the Ramones. So Rockaway Beach is my favorite Ramones song by far. Motorhead is one of my favorite bands. I actually don't have very many of their records, which is kind of a blind spot in my collection. I need to get some more Motorhead stuff. But I absolutely love Motorhead. Really hard, fast-paced rock and roll. And obviously when they covered Ramones' Rockaway Beach, I was very interested in it. The side B is a live version of Ramones, which I don't know if that's one of their songs or if that's another Ramones cover. I'm not sure. But they obviously kind of emulated the Ramones artwork there with the front cover art. Here's the back artwork. They did a pretty good job with this cover. I obviously prefer the Ramones version, but they did a decent job with it. Motorhead covered a lot of songs, and now that Lemmy has passed away, they've been releasing a lot of cover songs by them. So there's that. And another reason why this is really cool, it doesn't come with an inner sleeve, which I found weird, but it comes in on purple vinyl. So that's awesome. There's side A, and then side B with the Motorhead logo and that custom label there. I haven't listened to side B. I need to check that out. But I haven't actually spun this record, but I've heard the cover of Rockaway Beach digitally. So interesting. One thing that made this one really cool, and I can't see any numbering like on the back or anything, but to my knowledge, this is limited to 500 copies. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but based on my research, I think this was limited to 500 copies. So it was really awesome that my record store in freaking Effingham, Illinois, which is like the middle of nowhere, got this, a copy of this, which was pretty cool. So I'm definitely excited to pick that up. So yeah, I'm sure you guys have all made Record Store Day videos by now. It's been forever. But if you haven't, let me know. And even if you have, let me know what you picked up down below in the comments. Do you participate in Record Store Day? What do you think of it? What kind of music do you like? I'm definitely a fan of rock and roll, punk rock music. That's what you're going to get a lot on this channel if you haven't, if you're not familiar with my previous videos. So anyway, yeah, I need to do a vinyl update soon, so definitely look forward to that. Hit that like button down below to stay tuned for, or hit the like button if you enjoyed that video. Hit the subscribe button to stay tuned for future videos, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye. So, I actually forgot that I was going to play you a quick clip of one of the Green Day songs on the record. I'm going to do a quick needle drop. I believe this song is Chump.